Hi, it's the Rawsome Vegan Gal here, and I've got some products that I'm showing you from a company called Premier Organics, and this is their Artisana Organics line of raw nut and seed butters that come in different sizes that I'm going to talk to you about today, and we're also going to taste the products as well. So welcome. So this is a great company. They have some really awesome nut and seed butter products that are all raw, and we're going to talk about them today. And I'm going to show you how they come in different types of sizes and also for traveling, which is really nice. So talk to you a little about the company. So all their products are USDA certified organic. They're non-GMO project verified. They are kosher certified. They are vegan. And they are also gluten-free, so that they have all the good stuff, like I say, and none of the bad stuff. So, and they come in different sizes. Like, for example, here I am holding their raw coconut butter, which is their whole coconut puree. So what they use is they use the whole coconut, not just the oil, to get this coconut butter. And this is in an 8-ounce size. And then I also have their raw walnut butter that has also cashews in it, and this is in there also their 8-ounce size jar. And then the other 8-ounce size jar I have is their raw pecan with cashews, also nut butter. And then on the larger size of their jars we have their raw tahini, which is a sesame seed butter, and that is their 16-ounce size. And another great thing that they came up with is these wonderful pouches. So this is great for traveling, because to take a jar with you traveling is kind of, you know, it could be a little maybe dangerous or cumbersome or heavy. So they came up with these really nice pouches. They're 1.06 ounce size, and I have here their raw almond. And then I also have here their raw cashew. So all you do is, they say, knead it, squeeze it, and enjoy. So you just kind of mix it up. And then there's a part here where you could tear, and then you just squeeze it out. And if you want to use it on something, then, you know, you may want to cut it across and kind of scoop it out. And also, so you know, this does not need to be refrigerated. And they say oil separation occurs naturally. That's why you want to squeeze it around. It may contain pieces of a shell because there are nuts and seeds that are used. And the butter, all these butters are produced using what they call an LTG process, which is a low temperature grinding. And they're made on machinery that processes tree nuts, but they do not, just so you know, they do not process any peanuts, any gluten, any dairy, or any soy. So only tree nuts. So that's good to know. So what we're going to do today is we're going to try some of the products. We're going to talk to you about them. And I'm a big fan of tahini, which is sesame seed butter. And also, so you know, they do not add anything to their products. It's purely what is in here that's it. There's no preservatives, no chemicals, no stabilizers, nothing. Just naturally what it is what you see. So, so this is something that's really great, very versatile. People who are either not a fan of peanut butter or have a peanut butter allergen, because peanuts actually have aflatoxin, which is a toxin in the body that is not really beneficial. The only actual nuts that are actually peanuts that are better for you to consume would be jungle peanuts. And I reviewed them on another video from a company called Foods Alive, so you can check that out. And they're actually really good. So this can be used in so many ways. I mean, I don't know if I have enough time to tell you all the ways it can be used. You can make a dip with it. I mean, you could simply take it, spread it on something just the way it is, and you can add other things to it, like if you're making a wrap or a dressing on your salad. Add it to soups to give it a creamier flavor. Sauces. I mean, it's endless what you can do with this. You can make a dip for your vegetables. So there's endless possibilities. So you won't be lacking for ideas. So yeah, this does have some oil separation, so when you take it out to use it, you might want to mix it up. But we're going to be using these really nice, they're disposable, but they're actually recyclable utensils that I've mentioned in other videos called Eco-Tencil. and they come in different sizes. It's a really cool product. It is recyclable, compostable, and it is U.S. made, and it's made from paperboard. And it's really nice for tasting any kinds of products, and then you can just throw it in your compost or recycle it. So it's a great concept. So it comes in different sizes. It has a mini taster, a mid taster. It also has a spoon, actually, even this type of a spoon, and it also has for a spoon lid, which is the lid is the spoon. So the lid would go on top of the, so if you can see from that picture, it's on the lid over there, and then it becomes a spoon. And then the other things I'm going to show you, I'm going to actually use the little tasters for trying out our nut butters. I figured this is a great way to do it. So this is the little one. I don't think I need very big ones, so I'm just going to use some of the little ones. Take out from here. And first thing we're going to try, like I said, is the tahini. So we're going to open that up. And get a taste of that. And I like the flavor of tahini, but I've never tried theirs before, so I want to see what it tastes like. So here is the color. You can see it's like a beigeish type of color, if I can get it in the light. That's just on the cover. We'll probably take some off from there. We take a little off from here. And it has a nice nutty aroma. If you've ever made anything called halava, that's the other thing you could do with this, is you could make halava with it. People use the whole sesame seeds, but you could also use the butter. It has a nice creamy taste. It doesn't have a distinct, like, you know, certain other nuts have like a sweeter flavor. This flavor is kind of something that when you add it to other things, it enhances it. It tastes good. Don't get me wrong. I like it. It just has that nutty sesame seed taste. It is very good. Okay, the next one we're going to try is very interesting. What they do is that they mix cashews into some of their nut butter. So they have this raw pecan nut butter with cashews, and they mix the two together. I guess they found that it's a good way to, the flavor has a nice combination when you do it together. So we're going to try that one out. I'm going to open up this jar. And again, I've done things with this or ideas you could do, again, sauces, spreads, you know, even in different treats you want to make them, add a little nut butter to them, you could do that as well. And I'll show you what that looks like. I could show you from the cover. You can see on there what it looks like. So we're going to take a taste of that. Well, that, I can taste the sweetness of it. It has a sweet, creamy flavor, whereas the sesame seeds are a little drier. This one is the pecan and the cashews. It's a little creamier, sweeter kind of moisture flavor. So it's really nice. And don't forget, your nuts and your seeds have a lot of nutrient benefits. So we didn't mention some of those, so let's talk about that first with the tahini. Tahini, actually, in case you didn't know, if you're someone who's concerned about your iron, if you have 2 tablespoons of sesame butter, sesame tahini, there are 15% iron and 4% calcium. So that is a lot of iron. I didn't realize it had that much iron in it. Sesame seeds, actually black sesame seeds do as well. And the pecan with cashews has 6% iron and 2% calcium, so it's a bit less. Now don't forget, these are not low-calorie foods. They're high fat, but they're good fats, as opposed to animal fats that are oxidized and they cause more problems in the body, clog your body up. This doesn't do the same. But again, you want to make sure that you're not just eating the whole jar, although you might like it, but better to use little bits of it on things or in things. So the next one we're going to try is the raw walnut and cashew butter. And then this one has 6% iron and 2% calcium, again in 2 tablespoons. So that's a pretty good amount. So we're going to open up this jar and I'll show you what that looks like as well. Once I get the cover off. So I want to show you on the spoon. There isn't much on the cover. So this one has a little lighter color on it, if you could see on the little spoon what it looks like. Now walnuts are a little drier than pecans, although again they're very good for you. But it does have a really nice flavor. The taste, I don't know, I'd say it's nuttier, even though it's everything that you're doing is nuts or seeds, but it's definitely not as sweet as the other one. I think pecans by themselves are actually sweeter. And then we have two other products to taste, and that would be the ones in our little pouches. So we have here, oh, actually, no, my mistake, I apologize. We have our raw coconut butter, and just so you know, like I said, they use the whole coconut to blend it up, and again, this can be used in anything. They say add it to smoothies, add it to your treats. You know, you could even take a dollop of it and put it in your salad to make it like a creamy kind of coconutty flavor, and I'm sure it smells really good. I'm a coconut fan. Oh yeah, it has a nice sweet aroma. Well, if you've ever had coconut water, you know coconut water is naturally sweet. So we're going to try a little bit of this. Yeah, I'm a fan of whole coconut puree, as opposed to, again, you're just using oil. It's very nice, sweet, creamy. Another thing you can do with some of these nut butters is make your own spreads by adding some things like coconut sugar, different types of superfoods like maca or lucuma, carob powder. You can make your own like little treat. So that's another thing you can do with them. So now we're going to go back to our pouches. So here we have our raw cashew nut butter. And all we do, and now what you want to do is after you've squeezed it and knead it, you might want to push down the ingredients so that where you open it, it has a little tab to open it, it doesn't start all spraying out. So let's see if we can get this open where we could actually get to the ingredients. Okay. So now we're going to try some of this. And cashews are just that blonde color, similar to tahini, but cashews actually have a sweeter, moister type of a flavor. I like it. I'm a fan. And I did not mention as we went along that this has the raw coconut butter has actually 6% iron. And then back to our cashews, we have 9% iron in the cashew butter. I wasn't aware of that, and 2% calcium. So that's a good amount of iron as well. And our last product that we're going to do a tasting on and show you is our raw almond nut butter. And this one has 6% iron and 8% calcium. So we're going to open up this pouch. Again, we're going to make sure there's nothing on top. And then we're going to open that one up and take a taste. I'm also a fan of almond butter. Almonds are naturally sweet. If you eat them by themselves, they're not as sweet as when you make them into a butter. Unless you probably pick them fresh from the tree, then they probably are. So that's what our almond butter looks like. You can see that in the camera. And this one has a little more kind of grittiness to it. It's not that it's bad necessarily, but it just has that because of the consistency of what almonds are. But I like almond butter a lot. You can make almond milk too. All these nut butters, so that's another idea. You could make nut milk out of it as well. Instead of buying, if you want to buy the almonds and make it yourself, but you can just use this or make a combination of the different nuts from the nut butters and make yourself your own little drink. So there's many ideas. The ideas are endless. You could eat it right out of the pouch if you want a little snack, but it's more fun when you mix it with other things. I'm just doing a tasting so that I could tell you what I think of them and how they taste, but again, they're very versatile. You know, they all have different nutrient properties for your body, and they're good fats. So that's what our body needs, you know. Our bodies do need some amount of fat. Again, we don't want too much in excess because you want to keep the body balanced. So I'm just going to show you again the products before we end this video that we talked about today. So we talked about the Raw Tahini Sesame Seed Butter. That's in the 16-ounce size. And then we also have our Raw Walnut Butter with cashews in the 8-ounce. And we also talked about the Raw Coconut Butter, which is whole coconut puree, and that's 8-ounce size. And also we have our Raw Pecan Butter with cashews in the 8-ounce size. And finally, we have our pouches, and just so you know, they have pouches in other with other nuts. These are just the two that I'm reviewing, is the cashew and the almond butter. So I hope you check out these products, and I will have a link below this video to the company's website so you can learn more about all their products that they carry, because they have other types of products that they're also selling that you might be interested in. So I hope you will take a look at buying these products, because I think they would add something to your nutritional value of what you eat, and give, you know, things have different flavors, different tastes, so you want to use different things at different times depending on what you're going to make, just to make things interesting so you don't get bored. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I thank you for watching. It's the Rawesome Vegan Gal.